Okay, this is Pat Crane, and we're going to do another technique off of cane one movement, but we're going to use the diurnal cycle this time. This will be an advanced analogy with principles, but we're going to utilize the diurnal cycle rather than the cycle of destruction. Basically the same moves, just some different targets. So the diurnal cycle looks like this. Basically, we're going to be attacking the lung meridian here, and we'll be striking the large intestine. We'll also go into the stomach, and we'll be utilizing the spleen. And this is the order. You just follow these in sequence, okay? These tend to work best based on the hours, but that's not really practical to utilize it this way. So anyway, this is what the diurnal cycle looks like. We're going to be striking into this lung, either 5 or 6, and we're going to kind of cut in the direction of this arrow here. We're going to kind of cut this direction, which is kind of a downward motion. And the sound for down is Q. And we're also going to be, this is a metal meridian, we're going to be entering it using a cat stance, which has a relationship to the metal meridian. It helps you enter that meridian a little bit better. And after we strike the lung 6, I'm going to come up in here to lung 1 or 2, most likely both of them. And you're going to use the sound O. And the sound O is basically a moving in sound. Okay? And then we're going to go back and forth from this lung points to other targets. So once we're going to go lung, and then we're going to go over here and strike large intestine 18. We're going to kind of strike it straight in. If we strike it straight in, we can use the O sound. If we angle up, we'll use show, or we can use Q if we're using a downward motion. So there's a lot of different sounds you can use depending on your intent, what you want to do with it. And then after we strike the large intestine 17 or 18, we're going to come into the jaw here, which is stomach 5. If we strike down, we're going to use a Q sound. If we strike up, we're going to use that show sound. And this is all with the left hand, just going to keep cycling through those points. And with the cane, we're going to strike here. This is the groin, kind of the inguinal crease there on spleen 12. And we can use an O sound to kind of, O is a moving in sound also. Okay? I'll put this on the tripod and kind of show it a little bit more from there. So we're going to try to use as many principles as we can. When we strike here, we're going to use the sound Q, okay, on the lung meridian, in a cat stance, okay. Then I'm going to thrust forward here into the lung 1 or 2, and I'll use it. So I'll go Q, oh, which is kind of a thrusting sound, and all the while I'm going to be coming in here into the spleen 12, okay, kind of pushing that outward, so I can say oh here. Both O is good for both of these, but I'm not going to worry about the sounds for this one, okay? I'm just going to worry about what this hand does, okay? So, Q, O, okay? Q, show, if I go up, or Q, O, is a driving motion here on large intestine, or Q, or I could come down, Q. I really like O is best for this, because this really likes to be hit crossways this way. Okay, and then after I come back in here, then I come down, Q, and this is a downward strike, or show is an upward strike up underneath the jaw here. Okay, so you know you're going to say, and it's just constantly attacking redundancy. I'm always controlling this arm. I'm staying to the outside. I'm running a cat stance to enter this metal meridian. I'm introducing sounds, which creates a distraction and a release of energy in the direction of the sound. When you apply pressure here, it kind of throws that shoulder back a little bit, okay, to keep him from hitting me with that. But also pressing into this hip will throw that hip back, making it hard for them to punch with this arm. So you're keeping that hip back, which makes it hard for him to hit with this. And the motion here throws that shoulder back, kind of throws that shoulder back also. So just things to add to your techniques. You can start adding sound. You can start adding stances. You got a good mechanical advantage out here. You're using pressure points. Okay? So this is what we're trying to get across. We're taking a simple movement. It was basically this, okay, with a strike, and that's it. But we're adding a lot of elements, but then we're redundant, and we're sticking to our opponent, and we're gaining mechanical advantage. We're using pressure points, okay? So this is what we're trying to get across, is that you can take any of your own movements and just add these elements to them. And it takes a little bit of practice. You have to use the sounds all the time. I don't use them all the time, but I'm trying to. And every little bit helps. So if you can learn the sounds, proper stances, proper targeting in relation to each other, and your technique will just be that much better. So that's what our intent to do. This was an introduction to the diurnal cycle, and I hope this will come in handy for your system. Thank you.